Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this morning, the last day of the month of May. It's amazing how it's flown by, hasn't it? Our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at 767-5500. It's still going to be warm, but not quite as warm today. It's going to get up to like 89. We've got I guess you call that a cooling trend. It's been up high as 93 in the area for most of the week. It's just been hot. Low tonight 74, and water temperature is all the way up to 83 degrees. It's really heated up this past week. River readings. Take a look at the Apalachicola Bluntstown, folks. It is flatline. It's been like that all spring long. It's reading a 0.7. I rode across there Sunday afternoon, Memorial Day. The day before Memorial Day, and it's just flat. There's just no water up there in the upper end of the river. The Choctawhatchee Caryville, it's not doing much better, even with a little bit of rain we've had. We're looking at a 0.4 at the Choctawhatchee, but now it's going to bounce up to 1.1 by the weekend. So we've got a slow rise on the big river for the weekend. Okay. I don't think I have my tide chart here, Jeff. We'll get it, but here it is right here. Let's take a look at our tide chart. The last, like I say, May 31st here, we got it right there. Brought to us by Vijays Marine Specialties, okay, docks, seawalls and all, but we got a good strong outgoing tide today. We're looking at a high tide at 6:43 this morning. Real shortly we'll have this high tide, but then look how fast it's going to be dropping out. It'll be low this afternoon at 4:17, so really good outgoing tide today, really strong outgoing tide, okay? Now once a week, we'll try to get a hold of Captain Blair Morgan down at Cape San Blas, and I've got a huge viewing audience in our eastern section over there, and we like to, stay on top of things. And Blair's so good about fresh water, salt water, and wood, hunting, and whatever. So, give us some good information. Good morning, Blair.
Good morning, Winston. How are you this morning?
I'm doing good, buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Well, this is
getting ready for snapper season.
I know you are, and it's going to open up tomorrow. Now, you scouted out this past weekend, didn't you?
Yeah, actually, I was trying to catch some grouper, but that's kind of hard to do right now, Winston. We went out Saturday, and the water was just beautiful. It looked like a mirror out there. There wasn't any breeze at all, and the deepest I went was 140 feet, but you can see about 100 feet deep. I mean, that water is so clear, and it's just really, really pretty. But we was trying to fish stuff that snapper wouldn't bite, like jigs and just baits that, normally you're not going to catch a whole lot of them on them, and we were still catching them.
Wow.
It seemed like the baits you don't try to catch them on, you're catching the bigger fish. We caught one, I weighed it on the boat grips, 20 pounds.
Wow.
And, we had, there was a lot of, we caught, I know a half dozen over 15 pounds, and there again, not trying to catch them.
Yeah.
And what we was wanting to catch was some triggerfish, black sea bass, and some grouper, but you just, they don't have a chance from all the snapper. Anyway, it opens this tomorrow, so hopefully the weather will be good for it. The long range forecast, when I heard it's supposed to blow through Friday, pretty good, so I don't know.
Well, I know. I get the same reports from so many people about catching the red snapper, and I've been there myself. And we try to save all these fish, but some of these fish just don't make it. Especially when it's stressed out, when it's in this hot water and all.
Well, that big one, that 20 pound one, we caught it about 8 foot deep, and it fought so hard, and Sherry caught the fish, and it took her 15 minutes to get it probably. But that fish gave it all it had, and when it came up to the top of the water, just rolled on its side, and I told her, I said, this fish right here is not going to live. And we took the fish, off the hook immediately, and I tried to revive it the best I could. The bladder wasn't blowed up or nothing. I mean, the fish had just exhausted itself. It was a big female. You could see she was just full of eggs, and she ended up just laying there dying,
Yeah.
It was just sickening. But anyway, that's what happens.
Yeah. Well, okay.
And it's just not good, but that's the rules.
Yeah, what's going on over there now in Apalachicola Bay and St. Joe Bay?
Well, St. Joe Bay, the trout bite's real good, and the flounder bite's good. It's that time of year, everything's kind of settled down into a pattern, and Topwater fishing is real good early in the morning for trout and catching some big trout on topwater. The flounder bite's good. Of course, Spanish mackerel here and king mackerel and Apalachicola Bay, the triple tail thick over there, and tarpon are thick. Around Bird Island over there, there's a lot of big old Spanish around in. So it's just kind of what you want to fish for and where you go, you know, to get out of the wind. And it's just everything's in the summer pattern now, so they're easy to catch.
All right. Well, that sounds good, Blair.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Have a good
We'll
one.
talk to you later. Talk to you next week. All right. That's our report from Blue Water Outriggers, Captain Blair Morgan, and we'll take our first break and we'll be right back.
Your vision is precious. If an emergency arises, you don't want to be sitting in a hospital waiting room. Accidents and injuries can happen outside of your workday. That's why our team of physicians provide emergency eye care to our patients anytime, day or night. You can count on your local experts in eye care to be there for you whenever you need us. The Eye Center of North Florida.
Nine doctors, one vision, yours.
Come join the Panhandle Outdoors team. Beat the rush and stock up on our team shirts and hats in a wide variety of colors and sizes. For your convenience, we offer a Panhandle Outdoors shop at panhandleoutdoors.net. Simply visit our website and click shop.
You can also check out our selection at Sunjammers Water Sports on Panama City Beach. Come join the Panhandle Outdoors team.
Time. It takes time to shape a mower, to evolve it from great stock. As the leader in commercial mooring equipment, XMark spent a lot of time designing the next Laser Z, honing it, testing it, perfecting it. Why would XMark spend so much time crafting this mower? To make sure you spend less time mowing. Visit nextlaser.com or your local XMark dealer.
Sweet old Bob says see and save on all XMark products today at Sowell Tractor.
We are so lucky to live in North Florida. We have some of the best fresh and saltwater fishing in the world. My biggest problem is not catching fish, but trying to decide what kind of fish I want to catch. No matter what I'm after, I always stop at Sunjammers Water Sports first. They have just what I need: rods and reels, line, tackle, and most important, live bait. Yes, sir, we sure are lucky.
Welcome back, folks. Glad you're with us this Thursday morning, last day of May, and we'll get started with some pictures here sent to us by our loyal viewers, and people like to look at these pictures, especially this one with a kid in it. Check this out. It's sent to us by Clayton and Loretta Huggins up there at Deer Point Lake, and there's some gators at Deer Point Lake. Here's what they say. Hey, Winston, we have a resident gator up here at Deer Point. As you can see, our Alabama fisherman is not intimidated by the Florida gator. This was taken by 10-year-old Adam Oliver in our backyard. I enjoy your show. Keep up the good work. Clayton Huggins. Clayton, that's a great picture. I think you can probably send that to the University of Alabama Athletic Department. The weekend they're going to be playing the Gators and all. That'd be a good one to put on there. All right, let's go to a fishing picture off the pier. The pier's been doing real steady right here. Bobby Graham sent us this picture of his nephew. Nice redfish caught off the pier. He said, hey, Winston, I'm attaching a photo of redfish caught by my nephew Tommy Graham while visiting here from Georgia. Caught on the city pier on Saturday. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Bobby. Now, not only is the snapper season opening up, and one group of people going to take advantage of it, folks down in St. Joe at Blue Water Outriggers and a whole group of folks is sponsoring the Wounded Warrior Weekend down there. It's going to start Friday. The banquet's going to be tonight, and then in the morning they're going to take them fishing about a half a day, and then have a weigh-in, a big ceremony there, and 10 boats and all, taking 10 different wives and husbands and all of the Wounded Warriors. So that's going to be a big event going on down there. Okay, now quickly a word to a word of warning to a lot of folks on kayaks and canoes. Two different people told me in the last couple of days they've on two different occasions two different people have gotten $75 ticket for not having a life jacket with them. Had a ticket written right there, and one guy was on a canoe and one guy was just on a small fishing boat. One guy was on East Confine, and one guy was in West Bay. And they just forgot. They wasn't trying to do anything illegal. They just forgot to put a life jacket on board with them. So a word to the wise: be well aware that you'll get checked now, no matter what size boat you'll have, and you got to have all your equipment with you. So that's happened twice this past week. All right, let's take our next break. Got a good video we're going to be bringing back for you. Okay.
Panama City Beach is known as one of the top dive destinations in Florida. Divers Den offers daily dive charters that can accommodate up to 13 divers. Our boat captain is U.S. Coast Guard certified and a PADI dive instructor. We have trained professionals who offer a variety of scuba certifications. Come see us at our 2 locations on Thomas Drive and Tyndall Parkway.
When you're looking for sales, parts, and service for your outboard, all in one location, you're looking for Vijays Marine. You're authorized Tohatsu and Nissan dealer. Vijays Marine does it all. They have outboard parts and a service center and used motor sales too. Tohatsu, reliable, dependable, fuel efficient, and lightweight. Tohatsu Outboards, technology for the next generation. Vijays Marine, 1317 Transmitter Road since 1991.
Stihl, the #1 selling brand of handheld outdoor power equipment in America.
Create a custom yard care system with the Stihl Combi System. Edge, trim, prune, and more.
Buy a KM55R Combi motor for just $209.95 and get a pair of hearing protectors and safety glasses for just $15.
Start easier, work smarter, finish faster with Stihl, #1 in America.
Guido Bob says see and save today and every day on all Stihl outdoor products at Soul Tractor.
When you stop by Blue Water Outriggers, you will find everything for your outdoor adventure. Stock up on all your favorite brands and shop for some of the latest outdoor gear and accessories. You can also shop online and have your orders delivered straight to your home. Our flagship store is nestled right off of Highway 98 in the Port City Shopping Center, just steps away from the Port St. John Marina. You will love our selection, our prices, and our friendly service.
Okay, welcome back, folks. Glad you're with us. A lot of stuff going on this weekend. I want to get started before we do showing you about the hiking and all. Before we do that, I'm going to read a email I got from Adam. Hey, Winston, this was on the Memorial Day morning show. Hey, thanks for being on air this morning. A lot of people show reruns and all, but we had a good show. He said, I really enjoyed the show. The young lady singing our national anthem was a perfect touch. Can't think of anything that would have been better. And Indian Pass is one of my top 5 areas to fish around here. What a great way to start the day. Adam Kill. So thank you, Adam, for sending that email right there. Now, Saturday, not only the open snapper season, for those of you who don't want to go out in the Gulf, one great activity now, we've talked about it before, is hiking. And the Biophilia Center is going to be open Saturday, June the 2nd, and they're actually having the trails open, and it's National Trail Day, okay? So it's a big deal across America, and they're going to have guided hikes throughout the day. This is important because they don't usually open up the trails on weekends. It's usually closed. So join them, and they've got 3 or 4 different trails going through the longleaf pine ecosystems, and you're going to have a guided hike and talk about habitat and identification of different things and whatever the group wants to see. That's a great idea if you want to go, and I'm sure they have different lengths and all, but that's this weekend also. Now, I received an email day before yesterday from the FWC on a scallop survey. Want to know how we felt about extending the scallop season 2 weeks after the season. So when I get these surveys, I promptly fill them out and send them right back because I feel like they do, they do want some of our feedback. So I told them, I said, it's great to extend it. Still scallops that usually left 2 weeks. I think it would depend a lot on the survey, which we haven't done the survey yet. If it looks like a lot of scallops, go ahead and extend it. If it's not a good survey, I certainly wouldn't extend it. I said, by all means, don't put it the 2 weeks on the front end of the season like they did last year. I wrote down even a 4th grader can figure out they're too little that time of the year. So if you get a chance now, go to FWC website, look up the scallop survey, and give your opinion. They'd appreciate your opinion, and it's a real short survey. Take you about maybe 2 to 3 minutes to fill it out, and give them some feedback. That's a scallop survey by the FWC. Want to get a public input on extending the season 2 weeks after it would go about, I think they said maybe September the 24th or something, about 2 weeks after normally would close, okay? All right, so take care of that. Now, let's show you, I got one more picture to show you, then we'll get ready for video. This picture, Blair just talked about how big these red snapper are folks are catching, and you can't help it. Red snapper is an aggressive fish, and you don't really target them. You're trying to catch grouper now this time of the year, red grouper and all, but this is, Mike Heppenstall sent this picture of some of the fish they went out this past weekend. This is Bucky Fiddler, and he was fishing what they call four kings. They call it a snapper and a black sea bass, but you can see that is a really nice snapper there, okay? Now, got that one out. Now, this next one, I love these emails like this. This is from Scooter O'Neill, okay? Check this out. This is Scooter O'Neill's first fish, and she sent this to him. This is Clay O'Neill's daughter, and I'm, let me read this to you, okay? Hey, I'm Scooter O'Neill, and my dad and my stepmom sent you a picture of me catching my first fish. I sent you another email. I don't know if you got it or not, but anyways, I figured out how my dad knows Josh Balcom. Mr. Balcom, my principal, and we won't talk about that, but thank you for putting me on Panhandle Outdoors. You are amazing. Thanks again. Bye. And that's from Scooter O'Neill's first fish. That's a good job there, Scooter, and appreciate Clay, y'all sending that, you and Sherry. So anytime you get a kid's picture like that, especially the first fish, now that'll be priceless throughout her lifetime, catching the first fish, okay? Now, I like to do a Panhandle Outdoors tip. We like to do tips as often as we can. Sometimes we don't get around to them as much as we like to, but if I can do a video, I can do it sometimes here live, or sometimes I can do a video of it. But this is a video of how to tie a blood knot. Now, they're just some basic knots every outdoorsman should know. And I think what we'll do is start doing a series of some knots, and not a whole lot of them, and not any complicated ones. And I work with it with my students and all, but this is called a blood knot. This is when you tie two lines together. It's got a little short 3-minute video, and it's important when you're trying to, it could be fishing line or two ropes together or whatever. And you'll see I use different colors. I found out it works out a lot better when you use different colors when you do the demonstration. So, Jeff, let's roll this video. Hi folks, today I'm out in my garage. I'm in my little place I call my tackle corner. I got all my junk here. A lot of times I like to come out here and just piddle around and do stuff. I was thinking, I would like to show you all how to tie some knots. I'm just going to do one at a time. I'm going to start off today on a blood knot. Now I teach knot tying to my outdoor ed class. We spend about three days on the knot tying unit. And I've learned over the years the best way to teach knot tying is you don't hold it out in front of you and try to teach somebody, because everything's reversed. So I'm going to let the camera come in from behind me, and also you don't use monofilament line or braided line in teaching somebody how to tie a knot. Over the years I've developed this little lesson plan where I just show them in different colors and all, and I really let the kids teach each other too. So today we're going to talk about a blood knot. That's a very important knot in outdoors. That's when you're tying two lines together. So let's give it a try. I've got these two different colors laying right here on my bench, and what I'm going to do now, the blood knot, hopefully you can see this. And what you want to do is get plenty of it to work with and overlap it like this. Okay, what I'm going to do now, I've got the two lines laying down. I'm going to get up both lines, and I'm going to hold both of them between my thumb and forefinger of my left hand. I'm going to wrap this around 5 times, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to take what I have left, okay, which is called a tag end. That's right there to the right. And bring it right here through this little loop I formed, okay? That's all I'm going to do right there. Now what I'm going to do with this other colored line, I'm going to wrap it 5 times. I'm going to switch hands. I'm ambidextrous. 1, okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this little loop I have right here, where I have it through here, okay, I'm going to bring it back through the same way with the lime colored line, alright, and then I'm going to just grab the ends Both ends I've taken through there, okay? And then just going to pull it. Start tightening it up, okay? And you can watch it. It's really cool to watch it tighten up. A lot of times you have to hold the line though so it won't get too come all the way out. But see, you start tightening up. Okay, so now I'm going to hold it right here. Tighten this end right here. Tighten this end right here. And then it starts pulling together. Okay? And it'll end up just like, look at there. That's a pretty knot in it, okay? That's a blood knot. Now that ain't coming apart, I promise you, okay? Now, I got some scissors over here. I always trim the ends a little bit, okay? And then after you cut it, it's going to end up looking like this right here, okay? Like I said, good and tight and really neat line. And you can just cut up how much tab you want, okay? That's called a blood knot.
On the water or under the water, success starts at C&G Sporting Goods. C&G specializes in fresh and saltwater fishing tackle, floundering supplies, spearfishing equipment, and much, much more. C&G also has licenses, maps, and expert advice on where to go. For over 59 years, C&G Sporting Goods has been the headquarters for the outdoors man. Fishing, hunting, camping, guns, and ammo. They've got it all. C&G, home of the experts, downtown Panama City.
When you need to get the job done, nothing beats the reliability, efficiency, and value of a Kubota. And right now, during Kubota Rewards, take advantage of 0 down and 0% APR for up to 60 months on new Kubota garden tractors, compact tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles. It pays to own Orange. See your Kubota dealer today.
See and save on all Kubota tractors and equipment at Soul Tractor today.
My name's Captain Rick Corley. I'm a SAMS accredited Marine Surveyor, NAM certified Marine Surveyor, and IAME certified Marine Investigator. Been surveying since 1969. Was taught by my father, who is the oldest, longest practicing Marine Surveyor in the world. We do all types of survey, commercial or pleasure. Steel, aluminum, fiberglass, wood, makes no difference. Give us a call at 850-527-5287 or visit us online. We'd appreciate your business.
Are you still waiting to do something with your IRA, 401k, annuities, or other investments?
My dad has an economics degree from Vanderbilt University, and he helped me with my homework. A lot of people call themselves financial planners, but my dad passed a board exam to be a certified financial planner. He's very easy to talk to, and he spends a lot of time with me.
To my existing clients, thank you for your friendship and loyalty through these uncertain times, and to everyone else, don't wait until it's too late. Call me today, and let's see if I can help.
All right, welcome back. Hope you learned how to tie that knot. Just take a little bit of practice. A great little knot, and it's something just a basic, it's just a portfolio, what I call a basic knots that all outdoorsmen should use and learn. So hopefully we'll have some more for you before too much longer. Let's take a look now at our Express Lane Fishing Game Forecast. Our peak fishing periods for today, we're looking at this morning from 8:59 to 10:59. Why don't we just round that off and just say from 9 to 11 this morning, 9 to 11. And this evening from 9:26 to 11:26, if you're getting ready to go floundering right there, it'll be a good time, okay? Now, I want to send my congratulations to all the graduates, all the high school graduates in the area. And I thought about naming all the schools, but I just say all of the graduates in our 9-county area that we serve on Panhandle Outdoors. Congratulate you on your graduation and wish you good luck and Godspeed, and may you do a lot of good things with your life. So we've really been blessed with this project graduation as far as getting our young people after graduation all sort of stick together. It's a great idea. I know a lot of you in the community do different things to support it. It's a worthwhile project on project graduation. So good luck, seniors, and we'll talk more about that. I wish I had time to tell you about the last day I spend each year with my seniors. It's a very, very special day. I can't really get into it now, but maybe one day I can share that with you. All right, now, we were talking about how low everything is, how low let's talk about fresh water, the rivers and all. We talked about it, and I went up to Bristol over the weekend to my nephew's daughter's baptism, and came back through on Scott's Ferry. This is Chipotle River, right there, Scott's Ferry. And I just want to show you, this is Chipotle now. This is not a dam-controlled river. This is just a normal river. And Gail shot these pictures to just show you how low it is there. Okay, I got several sets of pictures. That's that little boat ramp there, but look how low it is. And of course, the Chipola, just an absolutely gorgeous, beautiful river. And how fortunate we are to have it here. Now, right here, you can see my hand right there in the top left-hand corner. Right there is my hand. That's normally the watermark. You can see how low the Chipola River is, and it's fascinating. And then looking downriver from the bridge, you can see it doesn't really show. Okay, that's looking back. I'm sorry, looking back upriver at the actual one. And this was, I thought this was interesting. I took a picture, or Gail took a picture. I keep taking credit for all her doing the work. High watermark, okay, 28 feet. But if you can look down that road, and then you see a truck, and that truck is about 10 feet from the water where it drops off. So that's amazing. It shows you the fluctuation of the different water levels on just the Chipola, like I say, which is a natural river right here in our area. So 28.1, that is a huge drop there. Came on down the road down to Weewalt to the West Arm. A lot of folks right there off the road at the West Arm took a picture from the bridge right there and see how low West Arm Creek coming out of Dead Lakes is. Look at all the exposed stumps and all in that area. Okay, I've got a couple more pictures there. I just wanted to share this with you. If you don't get around that much in these areas, how low the water is. It's just amazing. You just can't get by. Look at this, folks. We're really low there. That's at Scott Ferry and also down at the West Arm portion of the Dead Lakes. Now, getting back to the saltwater scene, this past week we're seeing a lot of June grass, a lot of seagrass washing up on the beach and slowing things down. Okay. Now, on tomorrow's show, I want you to be. We're going to have an interview. And I've been wanting to squeeze this interview in. I just haven't had a chance. There's so much stuff going on the show, and I've just been sort of booked up. So we're going to squeeze it in tomorrow. 4-minute interview with Hank Parker. I got to do an interview with him at the fish fry they had, the First Baptist Church up there at Sims Farm. We're going to finally get to play that interview. Great guy and great interview. I think you're really going to enjoy listening to Hank Parker and all. And he'll finally give his secret on where he got all his information and all, and how he really became an outdoorsman. He's going to do it on air here on Panhandle Outdoors. So be aware of that. That's tomorrow. Also tomorrow now, of course, on Friday, we have our famous Friday fishing forecast brought to us by Tarpon Dock, and we'll also be giving away some different kinds of seafood. And we've had some shrimp from there. We had a shrimp boil the last week, and it was just some great shrimp. So all kind of good stuff from Tarpon Dock. All kind of good stuff going on now. Got one more email I want to read you. This is from Phyllis Brookins. I love this one, Phyllis. She said, "Hey, Winston, another fantastic Panhandle Outdoors show this morning. Thank you, Winston, for providing such great tips and informative guests." And it was really thank you so much, Phyllis, for mentioning that on us. So we appreciate the feedback and the pictures and all y'all send to share with each other. And a lot of folks I know watch the show, and we're very grateful for that. And we appreciate you supporting our sponsors. And like always, we could always use a few more sponsors to fill in some slots and all. So if we can help your business, I know Clay O'Neill certainly has benefited from it. He told us so. I've run out of time. So I'll see you tomorrow. And hope you enjoy today's show, and sometime during the day you'll have an opportunity to do something good for someone, and take advantage of it. God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.